What's good, YouTube? Chris from Team Innovation here, bringing you Q&A. Might as well just say Yu-Gi-Oh! Q&A. Yeah, getting these things up on a weekend is pretty hard, especially on a week. Since on the weekends I'm really busy with work or visiting my son. So I'm probably just gonna slash the weekend part out of the title and just keep it Q&A. I keep the weekend since I do answer these over the weekend. Well, I want you guys to post them anyway. Whatever, it's gonna keep it Q&A weekends for now. May get changed later. So yeah, regionals was crazy, guys. Got my 11th place, so you guys that do not know. Really excited about that. But let's get to these questions because that's why I made the video. So, first question is from Jeff Badilla, and he asked, do you think Sangan can make a comeback now with a most faster game and Scarm doing the job? So, can Sangan come back immediately? I think yes. I mean, because like, what can you really search out that's gonna be detrimental right now to the game? Decks that can run him off back. Heroes can run him. BA can definitely run him. It's just with a lot of decks that can run him, there's not really. It's not. I just don't see him being effective because like every deck has a lot of search power, so I feel like even the decks that can run him won't even run. Like Heroes can run him, but I won't run Sangan. BA can run him, but they already have Scarm. I guess Force can run him, but they don't want to set him. So honestly, I think he's too slow. Same thing for the Witch of the Black Forest. I may add, like, what can those cards really do that the most powerful decks in the games believe? BA, Clee, Satellite, Heroes, in my personal opinion, can't already do, but better. So I say, hell, bring back Sangan and with your Black Forest, the game won't change at all. Only thing those cards will do is speed up some slower decks like windups, and who the fuck has all windups right about now? So yeah, Jeff Badilla, to answer your question, yes, I think Sangan can come back. Kyle McMichael asks, what's your thoughts on lightsworn ruler? And do you think later on could pendulum ruler be a thing? Okay, thoughts on lightsworn ruler. The deck just went out of nowhere. It's one of those rogue tier 2 to 3 decks that can definitely push your shit in if you don't know how to play against it. Experienced players shouldn't have a problem with it. I mean, JD is a thing. If you don't have an answer for JD, it's gonna be GG, no re. The deck can really just steal wins from people at big events like regionals or YCS, and may even come second or first at the locals. I wouldn't be surprised if the deck can just spaz out and win on people. And could pendulum ruler be a thing? I don't know about any pendulum monsters that are dragons. If you do, yeah, Kyle, link me down in the description below. First thoughts on pendulum rulers. If they did have dragon pendulum type monsters, what would you pendulum out? Because I think you can't pendulum some of the dragon rulers. Actually, I think you can. Yeah, you can. Cause I don't know. Either way, it's like you pendulum some out of level 7 dragon rulers, or even make Draco's like a big eye. I think in order for pendulum rulers to be a thing, if they will have to have amazing exceed monsters that give them good effects, and a new, yeah, I said exceed monster, and new pendulum monsters that give them more versatility, something similar to Cleaforce. So I hope that answers your questions, Cosmic Michael. So yeah, I do think Lightsworn Ruler is a decent deck, and Pendulum Ruler, I guess we'll just have to see what kind of pendulum support dragons here. Angry Grandpa's Awesome asks, why doesn't Konami want Bumblebee to be a thing again? Well, I can honestly say the reason why I think Konami don't want Bumblebee to be at full force, so Bumblebee is a thing. If you guys checked out Tinley Park Regionals results from this past weekend, while a lot of players on Zodiac dissed the regionals because there's only 141 players, 141 players is still a good tournament. We have some of the best players in Chicago there. We had Matt Kalinda, we had Jordan Palmer. I consider myself a decent player, not one of the best, but I'm decent in my personal opinion. So a lot of solid players in the Illinois area, and then we have players coming out from Wisconsin, Michigan. So while it was only a 141 players, it was an intense event, and we did get 7 rounds. The only difference between our 141 regional and a bigger regional like in California, or how usually big our regionals is, because usually our regionals are 500 people. it's 2 different rounds, like 2 more rounds. But usually regions are 8 or 9 rounds. So it's like we lost a round and it was like that's it. So honestly, I think Bubble Beat is already a thing. I guess that's my whole point of bringing all that shit up. And why don't click the video? I guess my memory was too full. But as I was getting to say, I think Konami doesn't want Bubble Beat to be full force again due to the fact that they don't want a budget deck to be mainstream. Konami is a business. Specifically, Konami America is more focused on the money. So it's like, do they really want a deck that's playable that's $30 versus decks that require you to buy a bunch of packs to build, which is why a lot of good decks like Fleet Force, hype decks like Infernoids, and etc. are all high rarities. And then Necros is pretty much getting its own box set to come out in that players are going to spend tons and tons of money on. So from a business standpoint, Konami, I feel like Konami sees the potential in Heroes, which is why they want the deck to be at a lower tier. But it doesn't matter because Dark Law is a thing and it can just beast out people without the power of Stratos. But if we have Stratos, not gonna lie, the deck will be way more derpy than what it already is. So Kamikaze Hero, the Kamikaze Hero is a good card. So yeah, I think it honestly boils down to business for when it comes to Konami. Angry Grandpa is awesome. So hope to answer your question. Burr Ray to Code ask, do you think some of the cards that were banned are limited, such as Super Rejuv, Dragon Ravine, sort of from different dimension? And the reason why they're banned because of Dragon Rules, do you think these cards come back? So basically the Dragon Rules core. Do I think these cards were banned because of Dragon Rules? Yes, I do. Super Rejuve was abused in the deck a lot. I mean, it was already abused in Exodia decks way back when. Exodia Dragons, if you guys have never heard of it, abuse Super Rejuve like at the re and then spam out Exodia for game. Return from Dimension is honestly kind of derpy too. It can just bring out, it's just OTK enablers and advantage enablers. Do I think they can come back in the distant future? Yeah, I do. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some of these cards come back in the near future due to the fact that how fast the game is and where the game is going. Because where it seems like Konami bringing the game right in the future, it's like the game ain't slowing down anytime soon. It's just going to get faster, and games are not going to last that much longer. But I do sense a grace period of a slow format coming in the distant future as well. So who knows? But definitely, I think the cards can all come back. And they're not as powerful as some of the original cards being banned. Original cards being like BLS, Chaos Emperor Dragon, etc. So, anything these cards can get errated and come back to not be as derpy. Like I can see Super Rejuve being errated to the limit on you draw is 3. Return for Information, probably can get errated to your life points has to be X amount of low. Like shit like that. So, Ready to Code, hope to answer your question. ZOG to ask, what cards besides Stratos would you like to see come off the ban list at full power? This is an easy one for me. What card I'd like to see come off the ban list? It'll be a matchup between Cyberjar and what's the name of that track? Ring of Destruction. There we go. Reason being, Cyberjar was one of my favorite cards way back when. I always like monsters that can net you other monsters to the field and/or monsters that create stuff like magical scientists. I guess magical scientists would be another one of them as well. But I know Cyberjar has true potential. Like, can you imagine if Cyberjar and Burning Abyss flip it up, pop all your BA monsters, get all their effects? I believe Cyberjar revealed top 5 and you special summon every level 4 lower monster and face down. So imagine that how derpy that would be in BA. Oh, Cyberjar, pop all my BAs, get all their effects, set all my BAs, set reveal top 5, set these BAs, return rest back to the deck. That card being insane. I just want to see if I come back in full power just for a format, just to see people get shitted on by it. The card it's just that card literally has nostalgia purposes for me because it was one of my favorite cards to use back in the day. And the Hobby League ones are sexy. I want Hobby League Cyberjar now, just for nostalgia purposes. So yeah, I guess it'll be Cyberjar, sure. My second runner-up would be Ring of Destruction because that was my favorite trap card in the game. I've always been an advocate player of decks that can burn and do heavy damage, which is why I like the Volcanic deck. and could see myself possibly playing volcanoes in the distant future, but I don't know. Heroes are too much fun right now. So I hope to answer your question. Definitely Ring of Destruction and or Cyberjar. 10 Ridge Runner asks, who is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character and why? From the original series. Who is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character from the original series? It would definitely be Jaden Yuki. And no, not because I play Heroes, because honestly, okay, hold on. Okay, say from the original series. Never mind, my bad. Can't say Jaden. Although Jaden was a beast. A lot of people disregard GX as a season because it was all too kid friendly or whatever. But honestly, I personally like GX. But I'm getting sidetracked again, guys. Original series, it definitely has to be. I don't know. I really didn't have any favorites from the original series. I guess Yami Yugi, because Little Yugi was a bitch all the time. But I really didn't start getting into characters into GX, so I guess I'll have to just say Jaden. I'm sorry. You said original. If I did have to pick an original character, it'd be Yami because he was badass. But Jaden was one of my favorites due to the fact that cool, laid back kid that likes to duel, and they actually played with the rules in that GX show. So definitely be Jaden, even though he technically does not count. And runner up will be Yami Yugi. So yeah. Jeff Badilla asks, oh, that's the same question about the same game. Oh, he also asked another question though. He had matched them together. Also about Monster Mash deck, okay, he said also about Monster Mash deck, how do you feel about how do I feel about Chaos Dragons? So I guess he's asking me how I feel about Monster Mash and Chaos Dragons. Once again, I think Monster Mash is a decent deck that no one's playing right now. I mean, I guess Vantage just kind of shits on it, but at the same time, I feel like people just haven't fine-tuned the builds. Maybe I should try building it one day, see how it works for me. And Chaos Dragons, honestly, too slow. Too slow. What they're doing, decks are doing in the first few turns and better, which is trying to gain advantage by bringing their monsters back and limiting their resources. And then it's like you already have decks like Heroes, BA, Klee doing that, but better. So Monster Mash and Chaos Dragons, truthfully, what are fun decks, they won't be that great. Monster Mash can do some damage against certain decks like BA, but only if they don't have the advantage and flipped up. So I hope to answer your question, Jeff Badilla. I think the decks are pretty cool. It's a tier 2 to 3, but that's pretty much it. Don't expect to win anything well. XXX High XX asks, do you like Naruto? If so, who is your favorite character and why? Well, XX High XX, for a lot of my OG subscribers I already know, surprisingly when I commented this, I used to be a pro Naruto player back from the Naruto TCG. So Naruto is one of my favorite animes. Now, I kind of did get bored with it and I stopped watching it. I read the last manga just to have some closure with the series, but my favorite character from the show is outright Naruto Uzumaki. I guess I just lean toward, when it comes down to TV shows, I guess I kind of lean towards more of the main character guys. But I like the Naruto because he's kind of like how I am, I guess, growing up. Didn't really have too many friends at first. Kind of was made fun of, kind of not. Then as his character started to develop, he started getting more popular. And he started to turn into a great person, which I think I am. And yeah, I like Naruto. He's a pretty cool dude. I like his determination. And then I guess another favorite character must be Minato. So Naruto is definitely my favorite character from Naruto due to the fact that, I don't know, it's just his character just draw to me. And then the ramen thing was cool. Itadakimasu, however you say that. Japanese for time to eat. So definitely Naruto is my favorite character, even though some people think he's annoying. Deal 1888 asks, Chris, I just wanted to ask, where's the music that plays at all your videos from? Plays at the end of all your videos from. Okay, Deal 1888. YouTube, for when you have a YouTube channel, has a creator video playlist that allows you to use music that won't give your channel negative strikes. So you'll see some Yu-Gi-Oh players some YouTubers like Simo, his intros from the same creator playlist. Underworld 6667. Some of his music he uses from the playlist. So yeah, if you have a YouTube channel, just go on a creator studio, look for the music, and then you'll find all the music a lot of you guys' favorite YouTubers use, because it's good music with no lyrics to it, and it makes your videos that much better. Kind of like the song you're listening to now. So yeah, just go to the creator playlist, you'll be fine, deal. James Johnson asked, true, okay, it was a time true name. He didn't really ask a question. Really, Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster asked, what's your favorite Power Ranger color? Can Yang Zines be a tier 2 competitive deck? Okay. Favorite Power Ranger color? It will have to be blue. Reason being, blue is my favorite color, so that's just self-explanatory. But if you're asking, because this is kind of a trick question, because if you're a Power Ranger fan like I am, you already know the Red Rangers are always the leaders, Blue Rangers are always the guys that help keep the leaders in check. They're like the smart one of the group, and this has been the same since for the Japanese ones and for the when I get not really Japanese ones are kind of different, but this has been the same for the American ones for the longest, dating back to Mighty Morphin, where you have blue is the smart one, then you know green or black is the goofy one. So I guess when it comes down to like actual color of how the characters role they play, it would definitely be red. I feel like I can play a leader role. And if it goes for this color, like what do you think look cooler, it'll be blue, based on the fact that blue is my favorite color. So if they ever make a ranger that's blue and it's a leader, then I'm all down for that. But red usually represents the leader of the group, and I feel like I am a leading person. And can Yang Zines be a tier 2 competitive deck? Yes, Yang Zines probably be. I consider Yang Zines tier 2 competitive. Like, one top 8 my regionals this past weekend, and I think Yang Zines topping comes down to the player and the skill they have with playing the deck, and a little bit of luck, and honestly just skill. It's just that simple, having the most optimum build that works for you. So I think Yang Zines is a really good deck though. Just keep on floating their monsters and making annoying synchros that can handle that is really good. And the fact that they can side deck and or main deck Scootering is good too. So really your monster, once again, great question. Let me see who else asked questions. James Johnson, okay, he did ask a question. This video is another question though. I just go up. He didn't ask a question. He was talking about Feather Duster. Was that it? Let me just double check. Kevin Collins just asked, did I think Heroes would play in Chicago that weekend? I told him yes. And double checking everything, make sure I didn't miss anything, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thank you guys for enjoying this week's episode of Q&A Weekends. This is Chris Intimidation, and I'm signing out. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Also, I do these videos because I truly believe in helping you guys become better players, and I truly believe you guys helping me become a better player. So once again, Chris Intimidation signing out. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Post your questions down below. Let's try to get more questions this week, because honestly, it was 35 comments, but I had like maybe 10 questions. I don't know. I like answering these questions. So once again, Intimidation signing out. Peace.